I haven't made a video in months. I don't really know how to start this. Hi, my name's Anthony. Welcome to the video. I went to a show, and I'm gonna talk about the things I got at the show. Hey guys, Anthony here, and welcome to another video. Yes, I just got back from a game show, a retro game show called the Southeast Game Exchange 2021. I got a shirt, as you can see. They give you a little badge with Miss Pac-Man. Do they own the rights to Miss Pac-Man? Questionable, but you know, I'm not gonna be the one to question that. Anyways, I'm a big fan of retro games, as you can see by my shelves behind me. I mean, I'm not a huge collector or anything, but I enjoy having, you know, stuff from my childhood and collecting certain things that I find interesting or special. Lately, I've been doing some TikTok videos on retro game stuff, just kind of saying like, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, and just kind of talking about, you know, gaming stuff and just retro gaming stuff that interests me. This is the Super Game Boy cartridge for the Super Nintendo. Released in 1994, it allowed you to play original Game Boy games on your TV. So when I found out the Southeast Game Exchange was happening in Greenville, North Carolina, I was super excited to go. Then I found out it was actually in Greenville, South Carolina. Didn't know there was one in each state. It went from a 2-hour drive to a 4-hour drive, but regardless, I still decided to go. It's like I committed in my head to go because I've been wanting to go to conventions. In 2020, I planned on going to some more live events because I enjoyed going to RTX the couple of times I did with the Neebs guys, and I was like, you know what, I want to go to more of these conventions. They're cool. Then COVID happened, and of course, you know, that whole plan got thrown out the window. So when I found out this was not too far from when I lived, I decided to go up there and go on a trip by myself, just like, hey, I'm gonna go check out this convention and see what's going on, see what it's all about, and just go do something. But it was a pretty cool little convention. There's over 100 vendors just selling a ton of retro games. It's cool to just see all that stuff laid out in front of you, you know, going back generations upon generations, just even Super Nintendo games in their box, NES games in their boxes. A lot of them I found out are actually really expensive. I wasn't fully versed in the whole retro gaming market, so when I saw some games, specifically I was looking for Dreamcast stuff, I saw some games that even I owned as a kid, and I'm like, damn, I wasn't aware that Skies of Arcadia, Skies of Arcadia, which I have right here, is worth about $150 to $175. And, you know, the copies at the show were a little better condition than this, but I was surprised when I got home and I was like, dang, I still have this in pretty decent condition. I mean, these things are getting up there in age, you know, I'm surprised. Great game, by the way, for the Dreamcast, go play it. And speaking of the Dreamcast, my goal kind of was to go there and find Dreamcast stuff because I was a Dreamcast kid. You can see two broken Dreamcasts right here behind me. Unfortunately, yes, they are broken. I just ordered a new one because I plan on doing some Twitch streaming of a Dreamcast, so come and follow me on Twitch, you know, do it. Yes! Lick it! Yes! Suck it! But I plan on doing a whole retro stream of Dreamcast games, so I was like, you know what? I want to start building that collection back up, start collecting the games I owned as a kid, and get a working console that I can actually play. So I went in thinking, hey, maybe I can pick up some Dreamcast stuff, or maybe I can pick up, you know, some things for those TikTok videos I've been doing. Look at this. I went to the show, and I guess I got the VIP ticket. It was just a few extra bucks, and I got a sweet bag. And this is the bag, the sack of goodies, the sack of wonders. All the stuff I got is in this bag, and I figured, you know what, we're gonna take them out one by one and just kind of look at it. This is kind of like a fashion haul. My girlfriend actually recommended I do this video. She was like, you know what, you should take all the stuff you got, and instead of showing me, show everyone. And I was like, okay, all right, good idea. So welcome to the Southeast Game Exchange 2021 AnthonyCSN haul, or however these videos work. I've never watched a haul video. I don't know, you try on some dresses, you look pretty. I'm not putting on any dresses. Although I am gonna change my shirt. Check it out, Dragon Ball shirt. Dragon Ball shirt will specifically say an armor shirt. It was in a booth surrounded by body pillows. Not here to judge, they looked very, you know, squeezable, very comfy, but next to them was a whole bunch of anime shirts. And you know what, the only one I found that I was like, oh my God, I could wear that. This could be like my cheap cosplay. I could just put it on and do it. And you know what, I'm doing it right now. There we go, there we go. I feel like a Saiyan. now. Let's not. Let's calm down. We got a lot to look at. Let's relax. So I picked up a few NES games, 3 of them to be exact, and you may notice this one is the original Contra, and this one was specifically gotten for my dad, because me and my dad, one of the very first video games we ever played together was actually Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but after that was Contra. We used to beat Contra together. Okay, let me refrain from saying beat. We'd get as far as we could with my dad being as good at video games as he is, and my like 4-year-old brain. But we would play Contra, and you know what? I was gonna buy a boxed copy of Contra. I was gonna go, you know what, Dad, put this on your shelf, be like, remember the good times. But a boxed copy of Contra, I found out, cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna settle for a nice looking cartridge. It's in some plastic, obviously not an original unopened version, because that would go for like $1.65 million, but it's just a nice cartridge that I gotta go give to my dad. Nobody spoil it. Nobody be like, hey, at Anthony on Twitter, my dad, hey, he got you Contra. Don't anybody do that. Stop it. But then to go with Contra, I actually picked up these 2 other NES cartridges, and I picked them up because they're weird. They're a little weird. I know the backstory on these a little bit. I'm still doing some research for a TikTok I want to do on just weird NES cartridges. But did you ever wonder why NES cartridges, you know, they're supposed to look like this. That's supposed to be your cartridge. But then there's these weird gold ones and these weird shaped ones from 10 Gen, and there's a bunch of others. What basically happened, very abridged version of the story, Nintendo used to charge money to developers to basically license out making these cartridges. You know, making a cartridge for the NES, you had to pay Nintendo a license to do so. And when, you know, other companies said, you know, I don't think that's right, we're just gonna make our own, they said, no, you can't. Nintendo basically told them to get lost. What are you gonna do? Figure out how to make your own cartridges by reverse engineering the NES? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. So they put a bunch of research into reverse engineering the NES cartridge, and then started making their own weird ones, and that's why you have these weird NES cartridges. And I found this one cool because it is a 4-in-1 game, and on the back, you might be able to see here, I'll show a close-up footage of it later, there's a little PCB board and a switch that you can switch between all 4 games. You know, there wasn't a menu in the game or a way for you to just switch the game. You know, today you get a remastered collection and, oh, pick from a menu. No, if you want to play a game, you just flick the little switch and it makes the wire go to the correct ROM on the cartridge. What is this? Ooh, okay. This is not gonna make any sense to anyone until the future. But this game is for Neebs Gaming specifically. They said, hey, pick up a copy of Stranglehold. Pick it up. I can't tell you anymore. Shh. Bam. Ooh, okay. This is the first Dreamcast thing. Now this is actually, it's weird for me to buy this because everything else I was getting for the Dreamcast was stuff I've owned in the past as a child, but this is the first new game I've gotten for an old console, which is weird. It's a weird idea that I'm gonna play a brand new game for something that's is more than 20 years old. But this is Nightmare Creatures 2, and I've always been interested in not even this game, but the first game that was on the original PlayStation. It kind of looks like a Dark Souls-esque, more like a early Bloodborne game. It's a third-person, just action game. I've always been intrigued by it, and when I found out there was a sequel on the Dreamcast, it looks a little different. I think it has a bit of a different style with a guy who's like really hardcore with a trench coat and a shotgun, but it looked like a cool game that would be fun to stream. So I picked it up and it was in a nice condition. I was like, you know what, let me get one new game. Let me get one new thing for the Dreamcast that I've never experienced. Actually, that's not true. There ended up being 2, but Nightmare Creatures. Bam. Dreamcast, HD cable, 7-foot cable, high definition video and game output. This is a cable that allows me to plug directly into the Dreamcast and go right to HDMI. I was actually looking for something very similar to this, or maybe a FrameMeister. I don't know a ton about it, but I know that those things, a FrameMeister or similar boxes, you can plug in an old composite signal and you get out HDMI and it cleans up the image. This is supposed to do the same. This is not a review of it or a recommendation, but it was at the show and I said, you know what? This is the cable from, what is it? Hyperkin. Hyperkin makes this one. I decided to pick it up because I really want to go right into this Dreamcast thing. So hopefully this works out well and hopefully I can play Dreamcast games on even a modern television, or at least, you know, acceptably. It won't look like a blurry, disgusting mess. I recently hooked up the GameCube to a TV through a converter. It was not very nice. It was not very nice at all.
Oh my God!
Oh, This is the cute little, look how cute this little bag is. It's just such a nice little bag. Inside the cute little bag are two things. But what things? One, Dragon Ball coaster. On my desk here, I have a wooden desk and I like to keep drinks on it while I'm streaming. And I figured, you know what? I should get some good coasters to put on my desk. So I got a Goku going. As you can tell, I like Dragon Ball. But another thing that I like is Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Adventure era Sonic, had to get him on a coaster as well. So I've got fancy coasters. They're not just for middle-aged housewives. Ooh, look at my coasters on my dining table. I've got them too. Okay, this thing I specifically got for Tiara because she recently played Untitled Goose Game, and the second I saw it on the shelf, I was like, that's the goose from Untitled Goose Game. And it's weird that it's just a goose, but in the context of a gaming convention, it's a video game character. And you know what? I thought it was just cute, adorable, and look, it has a special feature. It's magnetic. Oh no, Mr. Goose, don't take my screw. Goose has a screw. Hang on, can you see this? Hang on, there we go. Focus on that goose. Look at that goose. Whatever, it's adorable, it's cute. Give me back that screw. Ooh, we're getting down to the good stuff. You know what, first, let me tell you the story of how I became a video game champion. I won the Retro World Series. Well, I won one event, and not a game that is very difficult. And there wasn't a lot of people there. Let me tell you, so I don't compete in video game tournaments as like a thing. I don't play Smash Brothers Ultimate or, you know, whatever games are popular right now for tournaments. But there was a few games on the list that I remember playing a long time ago, and I thought, you know what, if I'm there, it might be fun to try my hand at competing. So the first game I tried was Halo Combat Evolved. Right when I got to the show, we walked in and we just started playing Halo. They have a whole bunch of TVs set up all over the place for people to just sit down and free play the games to practice and do that before a tournament. So I sat down and started playing Halo. Someone else came and sat with me, and we just kind of started playing deathmatch, and it reminded me how long it's been since I played a first-person shooter with a controller. So I made it to the second round of the Halo tournament, but then got just demolished by the other team and didn't end up winning anything there. And then later, on that first day I was at the event, there was a Smash Brothers tournament, not Smash Brothers Ultimate, not the new one that everyone's really good at, Smash Brothers 64, you know, that game. I played once in like 1997 at a friend's house, barely. I'm gonna compete, I said. So I decided why not just hop in, I'll give someone an instant second round by jumping in, and I sat down to play with somebody and they had to teach me that there was a grab button. Didn't do too well there either, but there was one game I thought I'd have a chance at, and that was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 for, of course, the Dreamcast. Now, to be fair, I used to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the Dreamcast, so I had to kind of dial back my expectations on what I could do in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. I was like, okay, what is missing? You can't manual to link things together, and there's a few different tricks you can't do. So I was like, you know what, I have a plan. Okay, going into the Tony Hawk tournament, I have a strategy. I'm good at half pipes, so stick to the half pipe for the first minute and 45 seconds, and in the last 15 seconds, get a little ballsy and try doing some grinding for those extra bonus points. It'll work. So the day prior, I practiced playing a little bit of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. The next morning, I went in and started playing some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. And while I was practicing, somebody came and sat beside me and was like, oh, hey, what's up? You playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in the tournament? Yeah. Okay, cool. So we practiced for a little bit playing split screen. They ended up leaving to go shoot some stuff because I think they were making YouTube videos as well. If you want, link in the description to the Black Rose. The Black Rose, yes. Anyways, she went to go off and get shots. I stayed and played Tony Hawk. When the tournament time rolled around, nobody else showed up. It was just me. It was just me. So I went and found Rose. I said, hey, do you want to play Tony Hawk? Either way, both of us get medals because first and second place gets medals. So yes, I won the first place medal in the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater tournament at the Southeast Game Exchange, basically because of a technicality, because there was no one else there to compete with. Either way, I was getting a medal. I don't care if there was only one other person. I will wear this with honor. I will feel better than everyone else. You want to fight me in Tony Hawk? Bring it on. Let's go. Come on. I'm a champion. I gotta uphold my name. You best bet I'll be there next year. They better have Tony Hawk on there next year, or I'm not coming. Doesn't matter. Next item. Hey look, it's a game called Soul Fighter. This was actually the first thing I got at the show. It's another Dreamcast game, and I've never played this before, but it was 15 bucks, and some of the images on the back made it look like an action-adventure game where you run around with a sword and do stuff. Never played it, gonna try it on Twitch. I thought, hey, it's a good condition Dreamcast game, let's see what happens.
Soul Fighter!
Alright, now is some of the special stuff. Some of the stuff I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I couldn't get Skies of Arcadia. I could not justify a brand new copy of Skies of Arcadia, not brand new, a used, decent together copy of Skies of Arcadia for $175. I already have one that's still in pretty good condition, but some of my earlier Dreamcast games, they've been a little lost to time, or at least I have parts of them, things have ripped, things have broken, and so I ended up picking up a used but in great condition copy of Sonic Adventure 1.
Oh yeah! This is happening!
If you didn't grow up with this game, it might not be special to you, but to me, to see this fully back together, manual and everything, you know, this is special to me. I grew up with this game. I beat this game in a minivan driving with my parents. They had it in the car on a little TV, but we weren't rich. We actually took an inverter and like a big actual television and shoved it between the seats and then plugged it all in. My dad did some good stuff for me on a modest budget. And I beat this game in the car on a road trip, and I remember stopping at a rest stop, and my mom was like, all right, let's get out of the car. I'm like, Mom, please, do not turn off the car. If you turn off the car, the Dreamcast will go off. I'm beating Perfect Chaos. He's the final boss. You gotta let me do it. And she did. Thanks, Mom. But anyways, I wanted to get a brand new for me, copy of Sonic Adventure. And what's cool about this one is that actually it's different than the one I originally owned, because this version came with a Sonic Adventure 2 trial disc. So this is one I'm gonna treasure. This is going right up there next to Skies of Arcadia and is gonna be treasured, along with another one of my favorite Dreamcast games of all time, Jet Grind Radio, also known as Jet Set Radio in other countries. It was called Jet Grind here in North America. I think this metal's making noises. I'm gonna take it off, hang on. There we go, never forget, Tony Hawk Champion. Anyways, I got a copy of Jet Grind Radio, another one of my favorite Dreamcast games of all time, in great condition. My version, a lot of the discs are scratched up because I had it when I was a child. I didn't understand taking care of my things, but that is another one. These three, Skies of Arcadia, Jet Grind Radio, and Sonic Adventure, they're special. And then I also picked up one other game that I've never actually played on the Dreamcast, but I used to play Dead or Alive Ultimate on the Xbox, Dead or Alive 1 and 2 Ultimate, and I decided to pick up Dead or Alive 2 for the Dreamcast because I'm a Dead or Alive guy, and not for the reasons you think, even though there's a secret behind the CD. Oh my God.
Oh my god!
So those were some of my special pickups. Those were the ones I really wanted to get. And then I saw one more thing that really intrigued me. I'm currently working on a video called Outdated Issues. It's going to be a show kind of looking at old gaming magazines and kind of exploring. A bag just fell. It's going to be exploring the gaming industry around the time that magazine came out and just kind of going through the magazine. The Sega Dreamcast official preview guide. Everything you need to know. The games, the system, the add-ons. And from the little bit I've looked at it so far, it is basically just a magazine talking about everything related to, like, here's the specs for the Dreamcast. 16 megabytes of main memory RAM. Oh man, look at all this. Introductions. Ooh, the launch game, Sonic Adventure. Big the Cat, he's gonna be the next big Sonic character. Everyone's gonna love him.
Froggy?
From dreams to reality. Ooh. I think this magazine is so cool. Original Sonic Adventure, House of the Dead 2, hardware. I can't wait to dig through this and make a video with it more specifically. That one's gonna be exciting. That one's gonna be fun. And when I saw it, I was just like, that is a piece of gaming history. I need to see that. And then that's pretty much it. Oh, I got a Sonic poster too, because I thought it looked cool. It's got like, it's cut out, but you can kind of fill in the blank with your head. And actually, I bought a frame for it without knowing what size this is. Does this look 8x10 to you? Because I bought a super basic frame at Walmart that's 8x10. Yeah, that looks pretty 8x10 to me. There you go. Bang, boom. Art to hang on the wall. Whatever. We're not here to see things like this. We're here to see official Sega Dreamcast preview manuals from like 20 years ago. Smells old. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed looking at this haul. It's not really a haul. I didn't go nuts or crazy. Honestly, I didn't want to spend $1 million. That's why I didn't get like any of the crazy games. And plus, hey, if I go to another show, I need more things to collect at some point. So I started out small, got some of my favorites. I like the idea of rebuilding my childhood Dreamcast library. So if you guys want to watch me play some of these games, make sure you follow me on Twitch and keep an eye on Twitter. Actually, Future Anthony here. I recorded this video about a week ago, and it turns out tonight, the night I'm releasing this video, I'm going to be playing some Dreamcast games over on Twitch at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come over and check it out. And if you're watching this video in the future, go and subscribe or follow me on the Twitch so you have it for the future. Anyways, back to me. I hope you enjoyed looking at this haul, and if you want to buy any of these items, make sure you click the affiliate link in the description below. Oh wait, no, these are all ancient products you can't buy with an affiliate link. What was I thinking?